I'm so glad you stopped by today. My name's Arlo. Today we're going to be checking out the Irig Stream from IK Multimedia. We're going to take a look at how I use it for my iPhone recordings for YouTube that I do, just get better audio quality for the iPhone. Also going to show you how we're going to use it for streaming and how I get audio from my computer through my audio interface so you can listen to some of the music that I'm working on there. If you're new to my channel, I make videos on how I record demos in my home studio. I started this channel about a year ago, and I've been saying for a while, I've been trying to make these songs. So eventually I get together with some buddies and we get in the studio. Well, I'm going in the studio in August out at Sunset Sound in Los Angeles, real famous studio where the Doors and Van Halen and Janis Joplin and a bunch of other folks recorded at. We're going to do a song, do some video in the studio, give you a little behind the scenes of what goes on in there while you're making your music. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can check out my Reward Music website. It has a lot more details on that session. It has some of my music on there that you can download. It's arlotar.rewardmusic.com. I'll have a little link below in the description so you can check it out. But today we're going to check out this Irig Stream. Like I was saying, IK sent this to me. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I use a lot of their products. I use the Amplitude 5 and some other things from them. Their T-Racks, and I'm getting ready to get into Miroslav, their orchestra stuff. So some cool things. So they sent this to me, and I hooked it up to my iPhone. It was pretty easy to get set up. And really what I wanted to use it for mainly to get started was just getting better audio quality for my YouTube videos, because I've just been using the phone. I turn it on and it's audio from that. All right, so I wanted you to check out and see exactly how I'm hooking this all up. So as you can tell now, I've got the Irig Stream is unplugged from the iPhone. So now you're hearing the iPhone sound quality. You can tell it's much poorer than having the Irig Stream plugged in. So let me get you here turned around. All right, so this is how I'm set up. So when I'm doing these videos, I'm using like a mic stand, which I've got to get a little clip for my iPhone. But my iPhone sits on this, and then what I'm doing now, you come down to the Irig Stream here, okay? And there's a cable right here. This cable connects into your iPhone, all right? So that little cable goes to your iPhone, and that runs into the Irig Stream right here. So this is the cable that goes up to your phone. And then over here, there's a little headphone jack. You can control headphones, or you can control a microphone if you hook a microphone through there as well. You gotta use a little splitter. But I have microphones set up so I can kind of monitor how it's sounding as I'm EQing it, getting the compressor set up and all that. There's a little dial right here that increases your level. So when it starts out, it'll be like a little blue thing here. It's real low. And then you can keep increasing this level until you get a solid green there. If it gets into the red, that's going to be too hot. You don't want that. So I've had it about in the middle here because I push a pretty good signal from the mixing board. There's a couple other buttons over here for loopback function when you're live streaming. And there's a thing that we'll set it to mono because some apps, they don't let you do stereo, so you can send out a mono signal. And then there's a DC jack that you can plug in for more power if you're doing a longer thing. All right, so again, just coming, the cable goes to my iPhone, and then it connects to this right here. And then you come to these RCA jacks, right? So they're connected there. And then they run over to my mixing board. Okay, so now this is a big mixing board, fairly big. It's a Spirit Soundcraft LX7. It's a 32 input with 7 buses. I used to, when I was playing in a band with my brother, this was the board we used to play live gigs. And it's a good one for recording too, because there's a lot of direct outs in the back. You can do a lot of really great recording stuff. They're not super expensive. You can get these probably now, I don't know, probably $1,000 or something like that, probably cheaper. But you don't need one this big. You can do like a 1-channel, 2-channel. But I love this. So there's like an EQ section here, and there's like a 100 hertz where you can cut off all that low end out of the voice. I do a little bit of EQing in there. I'm going through the second channel there, and then I just have it come out of the back here, out of these outputs left and right. So that's what's running from the Irig Stream. So the microphone gets plugged into the channel here. I do my EQing, and then it comes out of the board through these stereo outs, and then into the RCA jacks on the Irig Stream. I've got this Behringer compressor set up. It's pretty inexpensive. I got this years ago. So this Multicom Pro, that works pretty good. And I just do a little bit of compression on there. And that gets it so if you say something loud, it kind of brings it down so it's your voice is real even, so it's not peaking and all that. And I run that out through just the insert on the back on this channel here. There's an insert where you plug a tip ring sleeve. You get your tip, your ring sleeve. That goes in the insert there, and then it comes into the back and it splits into, there's two cables in the back here, if you can see. It's these guys here. It's kind of hard to see in there. But there's also an app that you can use where you can get the app and it can do compression in it for you. That comes with the Irig Stream. So if you don't have all this stuff, you can just hook up a little microphone through a mixer and do a little EQ there, and then open up the app and either EQ in the app or do compression in the app. The other thing I'm using this for, I'm going to be using it for live streaming. So it's pretty much the same setup that I'm going to use for that is going to be for my live streaming. And then the other thing I'm doing is doing it to take audio from my audio interface. So then you can hear stuff from my computer. So when I record songs, instead of me holding my iPhone up to my computer screen and you're listening to my studio monitors through the iPhone, instead I have it run out of, I have this little Steinberg interface. It just comes out of the back here. Right in the back here, there's like it's hard to see. There's input outputs there. So I just come out of the outputs of the interface with the XLR, and then I just run that into the RCAs here. So then I can get really good sound from my computer into the iPhone, which has been really cool. The last couple of videos I've done, I have to keep flipping my phone around, but the last couple videos I've done with listening to songs, I've been showing you different plugins I use. I just come out of the outputs on the interface and then come in through the RCA and put on the Irig Stream, and then that little cable into my phone, and big difference with the sound quality. So that's kind of how I've got it set up, and man, the difference in the quality from just using the phone to this is like night and day. So I'm really happy with it. And then the other thing I'm going to start using it for is streaming, which I'm probably going to do that this afternoon. Try to do a little Instagram and maybe YouTube live stream and see how that works. That way I can do live streams here every day and talk about how I'm recording. I'm getting ready to start a new song here today, actually. So I'd love for you to be able to see the process, because I get a lot of questions, how do I get a good vocal sound, and how are you getting your guitars to sound good using amp sims. So I think that'll be a fun way to do some streaming, and I can answer a bunch of questions that way. So I would highly recommend getting one of these if you're looking to do some streaming, or if you're using an iPhone and you just want to get some better sound. Like I said, get a little mixing board and go through the app, and for $200, you can really make your sound way better for iPhone, and you can stream with it, which we'll see here in a little bit. So that's all I got on the Irig Stream. I hope this helps. If you have questions, leave me some questions below. Or if you have comments on if you're using it, let me know what you think about it. And I'm going to get back. I got to do some music right now. So I hope you guys get to play some guitar today. Take care now. Bye-bye.